Good morning everybody, and welcome to another episode of FortressCraft 64-bit mode in survival. My name by now is HMK, Hellsmaster Kai, and I've been asked by one or two of my reviewers to make the episodes a bit longer. So I'm going to try and do as requested, but sometimes doing a short episode just to let you know what's happened, I believe, just keeps you up to date. But what we're going to do today is, I haven't got a clue. So we're going to go for a 30-minute episode. So basically what I've done, as you all know, in the last episode, we revamped the whole of the ore smelting process. Now also, people have been inquiring about hoppers and how they work, so I'm going to try and explain. I did write up how this works, but also showing you will help. Now these set of 9 hoppers here, when they're full, will spread all the way down to these hoppers, okay? But if there's not enough to divide between all the hoppers, as you can see, these last two here are not really working as much, is because the main ones, the first 3 I would normally say, depending how much ore we've got coming in at the time, are working sufficiently enough so your other hoppers won't work. They're like an overflow, okay? So it's not like your let me go and see, I can't remember what it's called. It's not like this storage here where your mass storage will fill up and it will always come out at the same point depending on how many points you've got. The hoppers try and divide it between all of them, okay? They try and balance it, but when you've got it smelting like this, that doesn't always work. I hope that kind of explains it, and you can actually see it working in progress. Now let me just go and turn my alarm off, because otherwise it will go on to the video. Sorry about that, people. Now, as you know, like I said, we revamped the whole ore system. It's now been working quite well, but you can see that these 2 lines here have stopped. Now, that's not jammed, not like the old system was. It's just that the hoppers are full. So all you do is you just empty them, okay? So it's a good indication of when you need to empty your hoppers. And if we go back, yeah, and give it a couple of minutes, they should start. I'm saying should, but not always. I've been watching this for hours, guys, making sure it works properly, and now that when I want to come and video it, it don't want to work. Right, okay, the other thing is, if your line is stuck, which is the 3rd line, check your smelter, okay, and just have a look. You can see it's got the copper ore in there. Just click the lithium ore and it will get started. It normally only gets stuck like that if you let your hopper get full. Now in the one that we built in the last episode, you notice we didn't have this belt here going through the hoppers, okay, and this feedback loop here. Now the reason being is I found that if I didn't have this line which terminates here, it didn't it all jammed up. It didn't work properly, okay, because the hoppers only allow you to smelt 8 at a time, and not when you put it in manually of 96. You have to keep it flowing, you have to keep the ore flowing, especially because we're now not sorting it. What would be nice is if you could set these hoppers to only kick out certain types of ore, like you can set up hopper 1 for only kicking out copper, hopper 2 for kicking out iron, etc. Hopefully the devs will look at that and say, okay, yes, we'll do that, and we'll change the programming. But they might not do that because they've got the robotic arms. But as you can see, the robotic arms were not keeping up the pace, because if you have one line, this just jams up, okay. Now also somebody made a comment on the forums of conveyor belts, which is what we normally use. And I'm going to go and stand over here against the T2 version, the pipes. Now again, we've got ore coming in, okay. We've had to do 2 lines on here, I'll explain that in a minute, and I just want you to see the difference, okay. Now if you look at the conveyor belt, it's nice and steady, okay, alright. It's made from cheap tin and copper, I believe, and then you've got the conveyor which is pipe, and you can see it's going slightly faster, not much faster, but slightly faster, okay. Now this is made out of titanium and nickel. Now this is okay, deeper down, harder down, through monsters which aren't active yet, by the way, so it's quite easy to get at the moment. But to be honest, don't know, I'm not too sure. I'm still out on the verdict of that. As you can see, we've got 4,000 plus on that line, and we've got 3,000 plus on this line, so it is faster. You can see it's faster, visually faster, but don't know if it's worth it. It may not be, don't know. The jury's still out on this one, because it's just easier to get tin and copper. Now this one, again, I put in a line just to see how good it would go. We've had 3,000 plus on this now, and we've had 2,000, so you can see it is faster, but it takes longer to do, okay. Now we've had to put a hopper in here because we were doing a short test. You can see it goes quick, yeah. So it doesn't really matter which combination you have, whether you have pipe or conveyor belt linked and stuff like that, okay. doesn't seem to make any difference. Now this drill here, as you can see, it's whizzing round like flipping anything, but it does stop. As you can see, good, perfect timing. It slows down, starts up. Now this drill has a fusion drill motor, okay, and it has a steel cutter head. Alright, so which means it will last longer as well. Now I've had to put two hoppers on, but the simple fact is, if I don't have two hoppers on, this drill head fills up the first hopper so quick that it stops and starts, and we want it to go continuously, okay. Now I'm not sure how much we've got left on this, but this has been running for at least 12 hours. Okay, so we've got 730,000 left, so we've still got quite a lot to do. And the reason I put in the biggest drill head I could find was because I wanted to test at maximum speed, as maximum amount of ore I can push in. And you can see I'm pushing in quite a lot into this, just to see if this can cope, and it's coping quite well. Okay, we do need to make some new drill bits because we are lacking in certain drills for certain ores. You look at my inventory, I've got 1k of copper, just under a k of tin. Iron is low, very low, got to go and check iron. Lithium, yeah, just under a k. Gold just over a k. Trip, again, very low, and nickel is also very low. So you can see that our resources are getting there. We also went down yesterday to go and find something different, and we've got a new unknown material. I believe this is at level 400 for me, so we're going to go and research it. We're going to go and see what it is. This is why I wanted to wait, because I didn't want to carry on without you guys seeing what we got. So if we process it, okay, so we've got toxic cavern stone, which is actually pretty useless because I don't think we can use it for anything. No idea. Excuse me, but we did make the light for the suit and we made the heater for the suit, so we've got all the suit done. I did try another experiment with the matter mover. I'll go and show you with that. This is totally self-sufficient, totally solar power, and this runs, I think it's the titanium. Now this is going quite nicely now, but I need something bigger. This has got 15,000 storage. As you can see, we've got a T2 which is doing 64. Okay, it's not doing any more sun, it's not going, but you can see it's still 15,000. These are still going. There's actually 8, I believe. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 of these going, and I can actually put in another 8 if need be. So this is the Mark II power supply, and we'll go down. I'll show you how far we're going down on this. Okay, and you can see I've got another 15,000 there. And we keep going down. Like I said, this is fairly deep, and all these are full. and this is just pure solar power. There's no coal going into it whatsoever. My lifts aren't quite in the right place, by the way. I've got to redo all this. Where are we now? We're down to 300. There we go. And yeah, I'm also titanium ore. See, I've only got a basic drill head in there, but you can see, look, I've still got 240, 250. It's night time, it's going, it's not even stopping. We've got titanium here, but as you can see, it stops. This is not due to anything that we've made. And we have to go into here because I can't get through. It's just because we've got a blockage somewhere and I can't find out where it is. It's one of the connectors, I believe. Oh right, okay, it might be here. So what we need to do is get this line sorted out, which goes up quite a way. So again, you can see it's gold ore. Now the way I've countered that on other builds is if we just jump down here. So obviously I need some more, I need another line. Is that instead of using one line where you can see the titanium has stopped, I've actually doubled up the lines. Now this is where I've been wondering, do I put in the pipes, and I wanted to use the matter converter, but the matter converter wanted so much power that it can't be run constantly. It's you know, or it can be run constantly, but the material cost of running it constantly is so much and so great. Oh, this is crystal, by the way. I haven't got a clue what we're doing with this stuff yet. But anyway, what I was doing was, I think we're out of coal here. No, we're not. Was to get the flow of ore going in. You'll see in a moment that, and unfortunately I can't pause the lift, is that, look, I've got two lines now. Alright, now these two lines, the reason I've got two lines is so we can bring up more ore. You can see it's not being filled, the conveyor belt is not full at this point. Okay, so we are okay there, but if you look all the way up, it's double lined. If we go up to the next level, you can see we've still got two lines. Now, as you can see, I'll try to follow the shafts that we dig up and down. Now at this point you can see we're going to three lines. Okay, now the reason that we're going into three lines is because the amount of ore that is coming in from other sides. Now I notice that this one is not working. This is like I said, an overflow. There's not enough blocking this for this third line here to work. So if I can just jump off at this level, which is not going to let me, so I'm going to need to sort this out because I need to get off at certain levels. And why are we not working? This is iron. Okay, I did find that you can get a bug where your power just won't go through. So we've got to find out why we're not getting so much power coming through, because look, it's just dying a death there. Now it may be because we are not standing there or something like that. As you can see, as you go around, that it does do it, which is going to be quite annoying, because it means you've got to go and visit your bits and pieces every now and then, because now look, you can see it's starting again. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to look into that, because obviously we need the iron going. But again, you can see it's going into 3 lines, look. And if you press K, you ignore all the white blocks and you look at the hollow base activity, we are actually making 19 bars a minute, and we're mining 179 ore a minute, and we're making 66.26 power a second. Okay, so we're actually getting up quite high now. So you can see that with the changes to the ore smatter at the top, we're actually having to expand this. Now I still don't know why we're low power. To be honest, we shouldn't be low power. It might be a bug, it might be the way the game's programmed, but I don't want to keep constantly going around checking the base, making sure things are active, nothing's been done, killed off, because we've got this solar power here. This is 5,000 storage unit. Okay, I mean, this is all maximum up here, so it just might mean that it doesn't work unless you go and have a look around every now and then. Now I got rid of the ore smelter up here because of the new junction, and we actually made this as a solar panel power plant. As you can see, again, these are on constant fire, and we have got our first 5,000 storage unit. We haven't got another one yet. I possibly will make another one. I don't know if I've got the materials to make another one yet. Oh, I have. Not sure we actually need it, because well, we're just not having that much power loss. The main thing is the power is getting the ore in. Now I think the only way to actually keep high ore levels of all the ore is to have 8 different lines running all together. I think in the end that's going to be what it is, because you just can't do enough. You just can't push enough. Like I said, I've got 2 lines coming up here. Is it 2 lines? No, 3 lines coming up here. There you go, look, you can see I've got 3 lines coming up here. They're not quite full, because there's a space in between the ore, but you can see how much ore I'm trying to push through, and it's still not full, which is quite good. I'm quite happy with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and see if there's anything else down deep. We're going to go to the deepest point that I've got to at the moment, because I want to go and see if there's anything else. I think there's biomass I haven't got yet, and there's a lot of stuff that we can do with biomass. As you can see, we still don't have full damage yet. Don't know if monsters stay away from light or not. Okay. As you can see, we're quite a ways down. We're 276. There's a monster. Look, you just disappear. It's a shame you can't shoot them yet. That's why, guys, if you don't time your thing up, always have a little access shaft. You can just fall down a little way. Okay, I'm not sure what we got here. Again, look, this should actually be full. This is not firing again. Even though we got it going, yeah. This is a new bug. Not sure what's happening here. Let's see, does it go? Yeah, it's pulsing away. I think it's because you've got to keep the game in memory, so you have to go every now and then to your ore sites just to keep it going. And as you can see, we've got one here going. Yeah. We've got that track around there. As you can see, this is running on coal. It just doesn't need anything else. It's nickel at the moment. I've only got a basic drill for it. Got no power line, so I need to make the power line. This is the latest depth. We're at 340. This is where we are here. Did go down a little bit lower. Haven't got a lift to put down there yet. I haven't actually put one down there, and we're at 404. So let's just check. 404 plus 64. Right, 404 plus 64. 486. Sorry about that, everyone. I had technical difficulties with fraps. So we're going to go down here. This is where I found the toxic stuff. Okay, so we need to put a bit of light down here. And we're at level 447. Now we're going to go and scan. Now, as you can see, I haven't got the middle mouse, the wheel mouse working. It's not been working for quite a while. Still don't know what's wrong with it, but I have managed to use a numerical pad, and that does work, and we can ping unknown and we can just generally move it. Okay, so if we ping, see what we got. We still haven't got anything yet. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so we've got a ping there. Is this the hole we come through? Right, so no, we need the hole here, I think. Now, I believe I said it was 468 we needed to go down to. So we're going to go down to 468. Okay, so that just crashed us out at 468, but you can see we start to get some pings. I'm not sure what we've got down here. We've got another cavern. We've got some stuff over there. So what I'm going to do is build these blocks up to 470, and then I'm going to excavate this a little bit, because I'm going to put the new lift in here. I've got a lift with me. I have now started to when I go exploring, to take a lift with me, because what I do is we put the lift down and we just make sure it goes up to 64 all the time, and dig us out a little room above the lift, just so that we can get back up. And then what we do is we fill in around the lift. I know it sounds counterproductive, but what you need is the room around the lift, because you've set it, you don't want it anymore. We're getting pretty dark down here, so we do need light. Hopefully when it renders and is uploaded to YouTube, it's not coming down too dark. Now I found that you need headroom, okay, because of these lifts going up quite quickly, so I'll just dig some out for now. Don't really want to let you guys watch me mine, it can be quite boring. Otherwise I've got 3 sides, so we're just going to double check to make sure that this works, we're in the right place, it won't take long. And what is nice about this as well, you can check that you're in the right place, make sure the lift is in the right place. And as you can see, it's a bit more closer than what I would normally like it. I might move it later on, but as long as it goes to the right place, I don't really care. Not at the moment anyway. I didn't want that to happen. Did not want that to happen. Come on, get off. And then what you can do is you can, every time you go up and down, you can dig a hole out, but I do want to see what that hidden ore is, and then what I'll do is I'll end the episode there. So let's scan it again. See, we're still not, we've got something there. Okay, so we're going to go that way. Okay, so we've got some unknown ore here. Try not to fall down any holes. Right, so now, are we in another cavern? Looks like we are. So let's ping. Okay, so we've got a ping there. So we're now going to shove a light over here. Yeah, and we're going to want to let's make sure we're on the right block. Okay, yeah, make a bridge. Now is this looks like biomass. Let's see if we can get some. I think it is biomass. Okay, let's just check. Yes, we've got 21 blocks of it. So I think biomass is the last one that we find. I don't think we find any more. So we're down at what, level 500, no, 468. We are getting hypothermia now. I don't think I'm going to make it up to the top, but we'll have a good go. If you didn't want to race the hypothermia, just stay there and die, and it will get you back to the base much quicker. But I think it's quite fun to try and race hypothermia. And like I said, if you put lights in your mine shaft, your hypothermia will go. Even though that you'll dig all the lights out, you'll know that you can replace them when you go back. So it's a good way that when your suit has no power, just get to your lift, because you put your heaters in. Okay, come on Mr. Lift, go a little bit quicker. We'll step to the next one. And again, just shove your lights in as you go up and down. Now as you can see, this is quite a way to get this biomass, so this biomass better be worth it. I have to come and fix those drill heads. I think we're going to have to go and make some more drill heads. And yeah, I've run out of coal several times. I'm still only finding crappy seams of coal. I've not found a decent sized seam of coal yet. Again, we're going into hypothermia. Now I still can't believe that we don't get killed when we go through solid rock, or a lift goes through solid rock. That's just, there we see, we didn't make it. That's because we went through the cold section, not the toxic section. But anyway, we are back somewhere. We didn't go all the way back to the base, and I believe that is because we've gone too far. Okay. But yeah, when we get back, we'll see to make sure that this is biomass. I'm sure it is biomass. I think we actually went backwards. So as you can see, dying by hypothermia does not always put you back at the start base, but it does give you full health bar. And I mean health bar by way of power. Now you may be asking, well, why don't you use the hook? Because I don't really find the hook very good. Oh, monster there, look, 2 monsters there. Look, they go up and down the mine shafts. So you're going to have to start thinking about guns shortly, because if I remember the forums, the devs are saying that not this update but the next update, the monsters will be coming out. I'm not going to put any gun emplacements in until I know that they are actually going to bring the monsters out, because you don't know where they're going to attack, you don't know what they're going to attack, and we're just going to sit and wait and find out what happens. You see there's another monster moving up there, but hopefully we will be able to use some deterrents beside guns. I'm not going to bother entering the crystal out. And here we go. So look, we've got 2 lines, look, and just not enough ore is coming through to have the 2 lines full. Either that was jammed somewhere. So yeah, there's a lot of little bits and pieces that you notice as you go along. Like look, there's two here. Why isn't the second line working? Okay, we've got 3 lines going now, which is the iron ore, which I don't mind as long as the ore comes through. And I've got quite a bit of ore just to make the basics. I'm not fussed how fast it comes through, to be honest. So let's go and find out what this is. I'm sure it's biomass. I think it's the last one. Let's process it. Yes, it is biomass, and you can see we've got project which hydrocarbon reaction, so we'll research that. And we've got this refinery, which is a jetpack. Now I haven't ever done this, so this is all new, so we're gonna have a quick look at this. I know this is going to be a long episode, so we're just gonna get all these researched. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. So in the next episode we're going to be deciding on what is it, the jetpack turbines and all that sort of stuff. So instead of me waffling on and just wandering around, we can actually start doing stuff again. And I think once we've got the jetpack and that might be the end until we get some new updates. So let's see. Let me end the episode here. Been around about 45 minutes, and I will see you next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Leave a hate, leave a like, all comments are welcome. This is HMK signing off. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.